All right, everyone, welcome back to another video on the Squeaky Clean YouTube channel. Today we're gonna do I'd say about a 75% done with the trailer build video, just to give you all an update. Still have a couple things to little tweak and finish. Everything is mounted. Pressure washer is mounted onto the trailer. We purchased pressure washer on a skid so we could do this. Stainless steel hardware. Everything on the trailer is mounted with stainless steel hardware. Just through the deck, through the rubber bushing, into a lock washer and washer on the bottom side of the trailer. And what we did on our tanks is we encased them in 3-inch angle iron, aluminum angle iron, so they won't corrode. And then we also did stainless steel hardware, eye bolts mounted through the deck of the trailer. Ratchet strapped them together. So we got all the hoses done. This is our bypass hose, this clear braided hose right here. It's a bypass that goes back to the pressure washer bypass. Just dumps that water back in the tank when you're off the trigger. This is our feed line hose. It runs back, it's gonna go off to the feed hose reel. Buffer tank, and on this side is a drop stick that will be going into our soft wash blend manifold on the other side. We'll show you how I build the drop sticks here in a second. Bleach tank, we have one capped. As we search for bleach distributors and stuff like that, we'll be able to modify this bulkhead here so we can just hook up cleanly to their whatever fitting they have on the end of their fill hose at the store. So that's what this one's going to be for. Right now it's just capped. On the other side, same thing, 3/4 inch Tiger Flex crush proof hose out of 1-inch bung. If I go back again and redo it, I would do 3/4 bungs. That way we didn't have to go from 1-inch to 3/4 fittings. We could have just done 3/4 to 3/4 fittings, but you live and you learn. The bypass is a 1/2-inch bung to a 1/2-inch hose. And then the bungs on the two soap tanks are 1/2-inch bungs, and then they reduce down to a 1/4-inch barb. And the 1/4-inch hose will be going into our blend manifold. We still need to tighten down and fasten our braces here for the surface cleaner, but we'll be putting a bar here, like we said in the other video, to hold this up so it's not bouncing on the tank. We did decide to add a toolbox since the last time we recorded a video. So a little 30-inch aluminum toolbox. This is where the battery is going to be. We're going to have our fittings, extra fittings, soaps, just hand tools, stuff like that, so we can change out fittings and stuff on the job. While we're here, a couple things I recommend while you are working and building your tanks. This is an oil filter wrench. You get it from Harbor Freight for like $5. This grabs around the bungs or the bulkheads a lot easier than an actual set of channel locks. So 10 out of 10 recommend. For $4, it makes your life so much easier. These will probably just stay in the trailer with us. And this is how I built the drop sticks. This is a 1-inch male to 1-inch slip fit that screws into the bottom of the bulkhead on the inside, and then a 1-inch pipe to the appropriate length of the tank. So that's how I built all of them. The soap ones are the exact same, but using 1/2-inch. What I actually used was 1/2-inch sprinkler riser that threads into the bottom of the bulkhead, and then we cut it to length on the bottom. And they're sitting about, I'd say, 1.5 to 2 inches off the bottom of the tank, so they're not soaking up, pulling up dirty liquid or anything like that. But that's how we built the drop sticks. Kind of hard to show you while they're in the tank. We did film some footage, so we'll put that in here also. As you can see, we do have to finish the toolbox mount. My brother, who's actually behind the camera, he welded up this aluminum brace. It goes down to a leg on that side. And then we are finishing welding the mounts for this. The Milwaukee pack-out box will not be there. It's actually the exact same height we want, so that's why it's sitting on there, so I can run the plumbing and all that. He's finishing up welding the riser for this set here. Another thing that we have completed, here while we're at the blend manifold, these are all the feed lines. This is the bleach feed line, I believe. I can't see. That is pulling water from the bulk tank. This is pulling bleach from the bleach tank. And these are the two soaps. You still have to cut them and still connect them and all once we're done. But those are all ready to be plumbed up. So as you can see on this side, we decided to put a drain in so we could quickly dump water. It is only a 1-inch drain. We would like to go up bigger, but where that bung was from the tank factory, we didn't want to drill it out and make a bigger hole. So it's going to be good enough for now. We'll never really ride around with it with more than probably half full. So then this is our 3/4 feed line that will be hooked up to the hose reel. That'll be sitting right here, the feed hose reel. Still need to put this 3/4 filter in. I highly suggest filtering your water just to keep sand, particles, sediment from getting in your tank, because once it's in the tank, it's very hard to get out. Other than draining the tank and vacuum it out with a shop vac, and whatever makes out the dump valve. Those are your only two options once it's in the tank. So filter it as much as you can. Coming back over to the trailer, there is a 1-inch feed hose out the bottom of the bulk tank that goes into a 1-inch filter just like this. That is our feed hose that goes over to the pressure washer. It will be gravity fed, so we need to make sure that we have enough water in there before we start the pressure washer so it primes the pump. But that's where we're at. I went ahead and also plumbed up a 3/8 whip. This has a stainless swivel, and this will be going to the hose reel that'll be sitting right about here. So that's what it's going to look like. We're going to have the high pressure hose reel, feed hose reel, blend manifold, soft wash hose reel. Okay, so we have 200 feet, like we said in the other video, 200 feet of high pressure hose, 100 foot of 1-inch or 3/4 Flexzilla. Yeah, 1-inch. 100 foot of 3/4 Flexzilla, that'll be our feed line that will run to the house. And then we have just over 200 feet of 5/8 Flexzilla that will be our soft wash hose. And we'll go into the guns we're using and all that type of stuff once we get the hose reels mounted. So maybe some more footage in this video will be building and getting the hose reels mounted. But this is where we're at. I'd say this is about probably 2 good days or 2 afternoons of really hustling to get this done. We're having a hard time getting fittings and stuff like that, and everything takes time to get in. So, we'll find a fitting that we need and we can't get it locally. So we have to order it in. So that's what's taking a while. And, we're still, welding aluminum is not the easiest thing. So we're also learning some processes while we're doing this, but we want to make sure that the first version of the trailer is as good as we can do. That we have to just make minor adjustments as we want to grow this trailer and its capabilities. So if you have any questions, please comment, like below. Please subscribe to the channel and see what else we're working on, projects we're going to get into, if we build any other trailers, any products we use, stuff like that. So if you have any questions, like, comment, subscribe. See you in the next one.